All right, I got 7 o'clock. This is the Farmington Town Board meeting for October 14th. We have, Councilman Bowerman necessarily absent. He's doing police training tonight. There's no public hearings tonight, so if we could do everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. And Aaron, please.
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Aaron.
You.
Next thing on the agenda is the approval of minutes from our last meeting on September 23rd.
Second.
Which my mind, second by Steve. Any corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Privilege of the floor or public concern, this time, anybody here in the room, privilege of the floor or public concern? And yes, ma'am.
I live over on Glen Carlin regarding access, Empire access. Is this the time for that?
Yep.
Okay.
Frank, just for the record, for the town clerk, just your name and address.
Sandy Forey, 1241 Glen Carlin Drive.
Thank you.
So a couple weeks ago, a gentleman came over and started spraying white paint on our road. And then after that, somebody else came and was throwing flags in our yard. I called the town and they said that they did not have permission to be on our street. And then about a week or two later, they commenced in digging up lawns and installing the product.
This is
So
Glen Carlin,
Glen Carlin,
that's the apartments, right? Or no, that's the houses next.
Yeah.
to it. I'll let the highway superintendent, because he issues the permits.
okay.
So they do now have a permit to go in there. That they're gonna be installing the Empire Access fiber optics in there. So it gives you another option for high-speed internet. It's something that I can't stop them from doing. I just gotta, make sure that they have all the right paperwork and insurance, and we know that they're in there and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, so.
I mean, I think it was a positive thing, that Spectrum finally has some competition.
Right,
It's just there seemed to be a little lack of communication that,
so they were supposed to put out door hangers like 2 weeks in advance. Did they?
no,
No door hangers?
He did not King Hill either. I still, they're done on King Hill, I still haven't seen a door hanger.
Really?
I don't,
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes they didn't do a door hanger, sometimes they put them in the mailbox and the windows move away.
guess that's possible, I guess.
Yeah, they
That was-
were supposed to issue door hangers.
I will say though, they came back, cleaned up the area pretty decent. And they came back and put some grass seed in, and cleaned up the rest of the area pretty decent, so I have no complaints there, of course, heaven forbid if I ever get any grass to grow back there, but.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They're supposed to come back.
They did.
and clean up, and this company that's actually doing the drilling has been pretty good about it
Yeah.
and cleaning up and reseeding and topsoiling and, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so they did lack on, they should have notified you 2 weeks in advance before they were going in there. So are the flags just out? They're not in there drilling yet, right?
oh yeah, they're down Glen Carlin.
Oh, they
Now
did,
they're going
okay,
down
I didn't get that in today, okay. All right, well, I'll keep an eye on them, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do, that's about all I can do.
Is it something?
Another question if. nobody-
Okay. good one.
A couple years ago, and then I think last year, we received letters about the water quality and the THMs. And then, all of a sudden, nothing. And I'm wondering where we are with the level of the water.
Yeah, so the only time we have to put out a message is when we exceed the EPA requirement. And we've been very lucky, over a year now, that we met the standards. We buy the water from the city of Canandaigua, so we you know, we don't have a chance to treat it or anything. But, as Aaron would probably give you more information than myself, is that we do reports every quarter. Those reports are filed on our website. But we haven't had to issue a letter that we're in violation.
All of our testing is meeting standard right now. There is a copy of the current annual water quality report online on the town's website. You're welcome to view it. Yeah, all of our testing for the current year was in compliance. That's why there's been no notice. There'll be some improvements made in the system, which should also further that. You shouldn't be seeing any of those notices if everything comes online and works the way it's supposed to.
Yes, our new water tank at Brickyard Road, we're going from 1 million to 2 million gallons. And that will have an aeration system in it to move the water within the tank. That helps with the THM problems. Also, where we buy our water, City of Canandaigua, they're spending a few $1 million. They have 3 tanks. 2 are getting the aeration systems right away. They also had a bid out to replace the 3rd tank, which will include aeration systems. I'm not sure where they are on the order for that. And the other reason or this problem has been at the actual intake on their water line into Canandaigua Lake. And so they, within the last 5-6 months, they've changed chemicals.
Yes.
So that should also help with the THM issue for not only their customers in the city, but they also provide water to Bristol, and we provide water to Manchester. So luckily we've been good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No, thanks for the question. Anybody else online? Okay, reports of standing committees, Public Works.
Yeah, Public Works, met this morning at 7 o'clock. We got the updates from water and sewer and highway and truck. I'll start with, water and sewer at the treatment plant. The sludge samples were collected and sent out for results later on. The final round of the wet testing, is going to occur later this month. Let's see. The intake fans for the influent buildings have been installed. They got a quote from Colasino Industries for PS6, that's for the new generator installation. Ongoing routine maintenance of a lot of the pump station is going on all the time, and there's a whole list of different ones that they've been working on. Get that online and look and review the list there if you need to. The ring gear on the generator at PS3 control has been installed, and there's been no issues since then. I'm starting. Seawork was on site to rebuild pump number 2 at PS18. They did a walkthrough at the plant. And they're working on efficient lighting upgrades. The bypass installation is complete at PS33. They're reviewing the miscellaneous electrical repairs for the final clarifier actuator. The fire hydrant descaling, which has been going on, they probably aren't going to do any more for this year unless the weather lets them. Painting and stuff getting late in the year for that. Coordinating with the city of Canandaigua and MRB, filing on the Brickyard Road storage tank. You just talked a little bit about that just now. Got an update on that. They assisted the village of Victor with the installation of a new influent screen in their wastewater treatment plant. Rancho pipeline completed the 332 water main replacement project. They televised 7310 Sackham Trail. They needed to find a lateral Y in the sanitary store. They installed the alongside water service on 380 Ellsworth Road. They were out and about around town, we're doing the restoration work and various projects that they've done over the summer. I think we have one more. And they continue in their training on the iWork, software system and working on that. There are 5 resolutions, we can talk about them as we need to, or if we do at the time. Highway and parks, there's ongoing equipment maintenance, roadside mowing. They're mowing some of the farm fields that they can get to, as the crops are harvested. They paved the dead end portion of Herondine Road and helped Canandaigua. Helped Canandaigua's paver and 2 trucks. They had 2 trucks helping Victor pave. And they poured sidewalk and gutter on Hathaway Drive by Lions Bank entrance. And replaced asphalt in the driveway and the road crossing. They finished cutting brush and cleaned gutters on Fraser Way. And they cut trees around town on Fox Road, Yellow Mills Road, Payne Road. Installed a blind driveway sign on Payne Road. Parks are mowing the parks and trails. Grooming and striping ball fields, working past playground. Farmbrook Playground is open, Grove Playground will be done by the 31st. Started cleaning shop for the pig roast, clean up and dealing with graffiti at the Convention Park they had going on. Installed the grill and sidewalk at Grove Park. As far as the buildings, Landry repair a leaky hot water tank. The Corps looked at repairs for roof leaking. And retention rod, lodge bathroom, vans, noise, and there, all else they didn't have an access to them, so we got a little work there to straighten that out. They got 4 resolutions, we could talk about them if we need to when they come up. That's all I have.
Thanks, Ron. Town operations?
Town operations met this morning. We have 2 resolutions we'll talk about later. The town board will be receiving a draft local law at the next meeting concerning the amending of the chapters 144, which is the land subdivision, and 165, which is the zoning law, so we can start the formal adoption process. Town board has directed the town staff, once we get all the documents received from the Farmington Meadows Incentive Zoning Project, formerly known as Whitestone. Once we get that, then we can take a look at the site amenities and all the proposed incentives and conditions for approval, and get the process moving, hopefully for consideration on October 28th meeting. Fish property, solar farm, we're still waiting for additional information. We've requested it August 6th. And once we get that, we'll be able to start a formal review process, get that going. The comprehensive plan maintenance report for the years 2023-24 was accepted by the town board at the September 23rd meeting as an amendment to Appendix 6 of the 2021 edition of the town Farmington comprehensive plan. Town code will be giving their report later. The planning board chairman will be giving his report later. And all the rest of the committee report is on the website. Also, Al Adams is here, so maybe you have something to tell us about the ag.
I got time.
When we get to it, and we have the meeting scheduled for October 23rd. That's about it.
Thanks, Mike. Reports of other town officials, supervisor. Today I had my county economic development committee meeting. Tomorrow I have the government operations and insurance committee meeting, which I chair. And then later in the afternoon, the Ways and Means Committee. 2026 preliminary budget is now posted on the website. I'm not going to read the memorandum. It's on the website for you to read. And all the line by line budget information. The process is once we have the resolutions tonight to have the public hearing for October 28th, for not only the town budget with the fire department budgets. We're hoping to be able to, without any changes, we're hoping to approve the budgets on October 28th, the next meeting. What I will read is the end of the memo that goes as part of the preliminary budget, that's the elected official salaries. Supervisor, $70,081.20 plus $13,399 budget officer. Town clerk, $77,056.46. Highway superintendent, $81,861.73. Town justices, $29,374.77 each. Town councilman, $6,843.32 each. And that's all I have, highway and parks.
Yeah, reminder, our fall cleanup is this Friday and Saturday. Friday 8 to 6, Saturday 8 to 3. Stuff should be rolling in tomorrow. The e-waste trailer's gonna be here. And everything else, so we'll start bringing in the roll-offs probably on Thursday and get those up there, so. Just a reminder there that it's fall cleanup. I got a email, George Smith, who is I believe he's New York State Fire trainer. They're gonna be doing some training at the highway garage using our pond and our hydrant back there on October 25th, so. To train some guys on pumper truck operation, so. There'll probably be a bunch of fire trucks there on the 25th, so if you see them, that's why they're there.
October 25th,
I think so.
it's a Saturday.
Yeah, yeah, I believe that's what the email said. Yeah. So that's what they'll be there. We had water quality improvement grant through Ontario County Soil and Water. It's help with salt reduction. One of the things to buy is the React blades that we use on our trucks. We bought 5 sets of those. It reverses us 75%. We submitted the bill. They finally got the funding for that and the money, so we should be getting that in a check here pretty soon.
Very good.
That was about. So the blades, the total cost of the blades was like 16,500. We should be getting back about 12,375 on that. Essentially, we get 4 blades and only have to pay for 1.
Okay. Okay.
We got.
We have any shredding during the cleanup?
Yep, shredding's on Saturday.
Saturday's the shredding?
Saturday is the shredding. This got it back on a Saturday. We secured that at the spring one, so yeah, they'll be there 9 till noon for shredding.
Thanks, Jim. Town clerk.
Next Wednesday, we have a municipal clerk association meeting over the town of Victor. And, my office is very busy with collecting water and sewer payments.
Thank you. Aaron, water and sewer.
Yeah, a few things of note to add. New intake fans have been installed at the influent building at the sewer plant. This addresses a standing DEC violation. Clear that up. The guys and I were out at a water main break last night on County Road 8 in the Yerkes Road area. We've been spending some time over at our Stonewood pump station. It's PS 33. We are working on installing a bypass to facilitate replacement of check valves and plug valves internal to the station. Ron mentioned our brickyard tank. It currently is about 80% full. 1.6 million of the 2 million gallons is in. We're working with our engineers and the contractor for the job to pump the remaining 400,000 gallons into the tank as we've reached a stall point with filling on gravity. We've conducted some interviews for a new employee. There's a resolution later for the hiring of this individual. We're excited about that. And we've been coordinating quite a bit with the town of Victor and their engineers, Lobella, for a number of various upgrades to pump stations and piping, in the systems that we operate and maintain for them. And so,
Great, thank you. And building and zoning.
All right, September, we did 96 permits, 119 inspections, 7 fire inspections, and we received 13 complaints that we received and investigated, during September. Another thing I wanted to bring to the attention, I know political signs have increased dramatically throughout the town. Just a reminder, political signs aren't allowed on any of the town property or in the roundabouts that are controlled by the county. In the center of those roundabouts, signs are not allowed there. So if we see them there, we do remove them. They are stored in our building department. People want to pick them up. But right now they are allowed everywhere else, and 48 hours after the election, they need to be collected and removed. Then the last thing I just want to bring to the board's attention, we've been reviewing some code, and chapter 165 and section 58 is our accessory structures. We have noticed that this section needs to be updated. So because of some outdated language and some different buildings that should be included. Some of this is coming out of the new state code that's coming out soon, and January 1 that comes into effect. So we need to update from that, and also on some applications that we've received, there's some concerns. So I'm looking for guidance from this board about the direction you would like us to move forward with that.
Yeah, I think, the right way to do it is a committee member, planning board, member zoning board. Your staff and maybe either Lance or Bill from our engineer side of the house and, go from there.
All right, we'll start getting that ball moving, and in that process is get something for you in the coming months.
Okay.
That's all I had for tonight.
Planning board, Ed.
Certainly meetings tomorrow night. We have continued public hearings for Bridges for Brain Injury for their preliminary site plan approval. Adrian's project for final site plan amendment. Crosby Enterprises for their preliminary site plan approval. And then we have some public meeting action items. We have the National Fuel Gas Company's letter of credit that you're gonna approve tonight, that we'll approve tomorrow night. The Sky Solar 90-day extension. And one we just put in there is Heidi Hoffman for a special use application for a kennel for personal use and no breeding. I think they got five dogs now, 4 dogs instead of the 3 authorized, so they need a special use permit, so. That's it.
Thanks, Ed. Ron, Director of Planning and Development.
Okay, the town staff's gonna be meeting on Friday to discuss a proposal that we've received from a cell tower provider. It's to be located in one of the manufactured home park sites. And there's a number of issues that I've identified to town staff to take a look at before that meeting. Farmington Meadows, or as you previously referred to it as Whitestone Incentive Zoning. They're getting finally the information to me so I can start drafting that local law, and you should have a copy of that for consideration at your next meeting on the in October. Updates on solar. Powerhouse Technologies site has a solar farm coming in over there, 4.5 megawatt. We expect that either later this month or next. We have not received anything from Fish Solar Farm over there in Mount Payne since August. Don't know what's happening on that. As Ed talked about, Sky Solar, the 3rd solar farm, has asked for a 90-day extension. They want to further study the big, beautiful bill that Congress passed earlier this year. And to understand the ramifications of that bill and how it's going to be implemented, we anticipate a new subdivision coming in from Canandaigua Development Corporation. This is on the north side of Route 96 between Glen Carlin and Fairdale Glen. Formerly the site of the Rockwell car dealership that wanted to come here but couldn't find a a franchise that they could build. They got, every time they came up with something, one of those dealerships in Canandaigua had a problem with it.
You know, Rockwell Simmons.
Yeah, Rockwell Simmons. And then the other thing is the private burials, local law has been filed with the Department of State. We were notified on October 6th of that. I talked today with a resident of Farmington who was very concerned about not being able to bury himself on his property. And I explained to him the state laws and the town laws prohibiting town funds from maintaining that. And we'll see where that goes. Finally, the Environmental Conservation Board is continuing making some final tweaks to the open space index. And with luck, we'll have that to you either late this month or early next month. That's it.
All right, thanks, Ron. Town engineers, Bill.
Yep, already reported pretty much on Brickyard Road tank. We do expect the old tank to be demoed sometime around January, which we should be ready to go by then. Route 332 water project's complete, looking to close that out pretty soon. That was done very quickly. And Cranberry Road is ongoing, both water and storm. I think they're pretty much ready to do services as soon as they get a good test back, right? On the main.
Yeah, they jumped the gun and started a few services, but.
Yeah. And then Pete, you asked me to look, we do have, draft water and sewer district mapping. It's actually on my desk, so I'll be looking at that, this week, and then we'll get the town a draft copy of the mapping for review. And then we'll have to get back with Jeff Graff after that, so.
Great, thanks.
Yep.
Tonight we don't have an assessor report or restoration report. Agricultural Advisory Committee, Al?
Yeah, quiet year for the Ag Committee so far, but we are gonna meet Thursday, 6:30. We'll take a look at the ag-related language in the Open Space Index. We'll go back and forth on it. And take a look at that. We might discuss some of these zoning changes, if any of them pertain to things under our purview. We'll discuss the drainage, the intermunicipal drainage study that's going nowhere. That'll be a brief discussion. Been a dry fall. Best harvest conditions I can remember possibly ever. But with that is well anxiety. Personal note, we did avail ourselves of your metered hydrant at the highway department to fill our reserve tanks. We're not calling it on a daily basis yet, but thank you to Aaron for quick cooperation and response, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, we had looked at that and like, is this as bad as 2016 when we had the drought? And nobody else on the east side of town has said their wells ran dry,
Right.
except one of their customers, so we decided to put something in place just in case. And so we're glad that it was available there for your dairy herd also.
Well, it's helpful. Those of us with livestock are the
Yeah.
most at risk for this kind of thing. Actually, the previous time we had a dry well was in 2020, not that 2016 episode when there was the petition for the extension of the water district and so on. It was 2020. And we went dry approximately now, the middle of October. And I went through my notes, and shortly after the well went dry, it started raining. It still took 7 weeks for the well to recover. And
Yeah.
we trucked water in by the tractor trailer for 7 weeks. So, the availability of water here in the town, we may still be, as I say, we're just holding our breath right now.
It's there for you.
So,
We made a decision in the 2026 budget. We put money in to actually put a fill station on the east side of town somewhere. Haven't picked a spot yet.
Yeah.
But like Phelps and Bristol and Cheshire, who have fill stations available for the residents, we're gonna do the same.
will they be or will this one be operational year round?
Yes,
We'll have to look at it, but we hope so.
I think that's the intention, Hal.
The setup you have right now,
That's obviously gonna be a temporary setup, and we'll have to make some arrangements to accommodate you. Should things remain dry after we
Okay.
have to pull that,
Ah.
which we'll do.
Okay.
But I believe the intention with the water fill station is to make it a permanent installation that can be used year round. Yes, sir.
That would be, yeah. Great, thank you.
They consume a little water, the cattle?
What's that like?
How much water do they consume a day? Is it
We use over 10,000 gallons a day. That's 2
That's
tractor
the number
trailer
one,
loads.
it's just, yeah,
It's
a little bit.
All right, great, thank you. Nothing more in the finance, I already talked about the 2026 preliminary budget. Communications are on file. Reports and minutes are on file. Bottom. And, the resolutions. First one is resolution recall and amend resolution 297/2025 to include the cost of free $130.23 for the parts ordered from Ross Valley. So. Second by Ron, or motion by Ron, second by Steve. Any questions, Eddie? So from now on, we're looking to have a resolution say plus free.
Yeah.
Doesn't include that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Here's a resolution acknowledging the receipt and acceptance of notice to waive the 30-day period for a liquor license for Putt's Sake located at 1614-332.
So move.
Second. Motion by Mike, second by Steve. Again, this is a new business. Across from Farmington Dental, the building that is currently occupied about 2/3 of it. Or U of R Medical. The other third would be this new business, the bar, restaurant, and indoor golf area. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Reason confirm your resolution authorizing the purchase of Badger meters and endpoints at a cost not to exceed $35,473.97 plus shipping.
So moved.
Motion by Steve, second by Ron, any questions there? And we've been buying new meters and sensing units all year long. Continuing the next year. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Or is resolution waiving the Tensia Lodge reservation fee of Cobblestone Arts Center. This is their day camp service for adults with disabilities.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Mike, second by Steve. We've done this in the past. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I is a resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign a residential management service agreement with Casella for sludge removal.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Mike, second by Ron. And this actually lowers our sludge fee per ton. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 6, resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign the 2026 fireworks exhibition agreement with Young Explosives Corporation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. Again, we do this every year. What I did this year in the budget is we added all the money that our vendors turned back into us after our July 3rd, 2025. So it's at $8,900. Plus we get a discount, 10% by sending this in by the end of November. So we should have one heck of a fireworks display on July 3rd, 2026. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Seven is resolution waiving the Tennessee Lodge fee for Ontario County Youth Court Annual Winter Festival on December 16th.
Second.
With my Ron, second by Mike, and we've done this, hosted the Tennessee Lodge for the youth court in the past. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Each resolution authorizing acceptance of the monthly report for the supervisor for September 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Wish my mind, by Steve, any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Nine is a resolution authorizing the First Amendment to the equipment agreement dated June 28, 2011. Between the town of Farmington and the town of Victor, and this will require a roll call vote.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Ron. Again, we're adding the 2025 Caterpillar grader to the intermunicipal agreement that we've had with Victor for the road widener. And roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Engelstine,
Aye.
Councilman Herendeen,
Aye.
Councilman Casale,
Aye.
Councilman Holtz.
Aye.
All right, that passes. Thank you. 10's resolution authorizing Paul Crandall and Sean Murphy to attend the 2025 Stormwater Conference on November 5th. It's at the Hotel Canandaigua, the cost not to exceed $100 per person.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike. Any question on that? Yeah, is that one that some of your employees are going to also?
It is, and I don't think it's at the Hotel Canandaigua. I think it's at the Canandaigua Country Club.
Oh, okay.
So the location might just need to be updated on that, but.
Look into that, thanks.
Not what the flyer said.
Yeah, so
It
that,
sounds better, Hotel Canandaigua.
I'm on that committee, so that makes me a little concerned, but
They wanted you to go to one place and rest of them no.
it is a full day of training. It should be a good day, but
There it is, Hotel Canandaigua.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
All right, thanks. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 11's resolution authorizing the highway park superintendent to hire New York State Fence to install a galvanized chain link fence around the basketball court in Tennessee Park at a cost not to exceed $5,850.
So moved.
My mind, second by Ron. Again, he did get, asked for 3 quotes, got 2 quotes. And the lowest is $5,850. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All the resolution authorizing the lining of 5 manholes with infiltration issues by advanced rehabilitation technologies is cost not to exceed $13,985.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike, and they are on the county bid book for 2025. Some of these are in Farmington, some of these are in Victor. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 13 is a resolution setting the public hearing for the 2026 town budget. This will be our next meeting, Tuesday, October 28th, at 7 p.m. at Farmington Town Hall.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Ron. Any questions on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 14 is setting a public hearing for the 2026 fire contracts Farmington and Manchester for Tuesday, October 28th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Ron. As noted in the minutes of the agenda, the Shortsville contract is a multi-year contract, so that's not up this year. So the budget amount for Farmington will be $1,008,563 for 2026, and Shortsville Fire Department $72,565. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 15 is a resolution declaring miscellaneous equipment from the town supervisor's office as surplus, so it may be disposed of at auction or discarded.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. Some of this will obviously be going to the cleanup this coming weekend. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 16 is a resolution authorizing the highway park superintendent to hire JRB Masonry LLC. Remove and replace all state concrete at Retention Park. Cost not to exceed $33,600.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike, and the highway superintendent did get 3 quotes for this. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 17 is a confirming resolution authorizing payment to Super Seal Coating Company, crack fill, seal coating and striking of the town hall parking lot and roadway at a cost not to exceed $13,355.
So moved.
Motion by Steve, second by Ron. Any questions there?
Just, we're doing it again. Which one was it out here?
Here.
Looks like we just did it.
No. Oh, this is a confirmed, it's because it was done
I got you.
2 weeks ago, prior to the meeting.
I got it. Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, just did it.
Yeah.
okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 18 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of hold on manhole inspection camera from Joe Johnson Equipment for the cost not to exceed $20,350. So. First by Mike, second by Ron. This was a budget item. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 18th resolution authorizing the final release, number 1, the amount of $527,407 from the letter of credit established by National Fuel Gas for Empire Pipeline Farmington compressor project.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Mike, second by Steve, and this goes back to 2019. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 20 is a resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign a proposal for professional services from MRB Group regarding the town facility accessibility assessments at Farmington Grove and Farmington Parks location, cost not to exceed $6,800. So.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Steve, we brought up this morning that Public Works. What we're hoping here is to get in what has to be done to meet ADA requirements and upgrade both of the buildings at those 2 park locations. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 21 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of a donation.
So moved.
Motion by Mike, second by Steve. And this was a donation. We very much appreciate the Chamber of Commerce, the second year in a row that I believe they donated $1,500 for the July 3rd fireworks. All in favor?
Aye.
22, resolution authorizing the water and sewer superintendent to hire Russell Dara as a wastewater maintenance assistant effective October 15th at a rate of $23.50 per hour. So second. Motion by Ron, second by Steve. Any questions there? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. 23, resolution accepting recommendations from the town highway superintendent, town water and sewer superintendent, town director of planning and development, town construction inspector, town code enforcement officer, town engineer, and approving the filing with the town clerk's office of a 2-year maintenance bond in the total amount of $38,314.35 for dedicated site improvements for Creekwood Townhomes Extension Project Phase 2. So motion.
So moved.
Motion by Mike. Second. Second by Steve. All right, so this covers. It's a maintenance bond would normally cover the
10% of the water line.
Can I help you?
water lines,
Water lines,
roads.
storm sewer, sanitary sewer. And pavements.
Yep. Thank you. Any questions there? All in favor? Aye. 24, the resolution acknowledging the addition of a new member of the Farmington Volunteer Fire Association.
So move. Second.
Motion by Steve. By Mike. Any questions there? Always glad to have another new member of the Farmington Volunteer Fire Association. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Twenty-five is the abstract number 19 to pay the bills. General fund, $79,484.68. Highway fund, $12,880.84. 332.96 water line, $280,060. Town hall capital project, $12,918.74. Water tank repair, $8,497.94. Wood drive capital project, $35,141.90. Storm drainage, $133.85. Lighting district, $324.30. Sidewalks, $29.97. Sewer districts, $147,037.62. Water district, $709,080.26. Payroll deductions, $28.28. For a total abstract to pay the bills, $1,185,618.38. Can I have a motion, please?
So,
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike. Any corrections, extensions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You do have training under $100 listed. Is there anything else tonight before we adjourn to bring to the Farmington Town Board? Anything online, anybody online?
It is, that training is at Hotel Hotel Canandaigua. I approved the check to go there, so I guess that's where we're going, so.
You.
So, sorry about the confusion on that one.
Didn't they tear that down years ago?
I don't know.
Almost not aesthetic, still affecting you.
No, we don't have any executive session, so I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Ron, second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you, everybody. And our next meeting is Tuesday, October 28th.
You gotta work with him